Howdy folks, quick announcement before the video starts. I am using a different microphone now because the one I was using before has decided to bug out on me and it's not work and it's pretty much busted. So until I get a new one sorted, this is the microphone I'm going to be using. So with that said, today's lore video is on the Holocrons. Now once, Holocrons were an abundant resource, though valuable and closely guarded. From the Great Library of Gnosis to the high security vault of the Holocron Chamber of the Jedi Temple, Holocrons were always part of the life of a Jedi. After Emperor Palpatine threw down the Old Republic and nearly obliterated the Jedi, the majority of Holocrons were lost. Sidious had them corrupted, hidden, or destroyed. Now, Holocrons were more than mere recording devices, though they could be used as such. There were two distinct components to each device, though no two finished Holocrons were ever quite the same. All were handmade by Jedi or by Sith. The outer casings of Sith Holocrons were generally pyramidal, like pyramids, and dark colour. Jedi Holocrons were far more freeform, ending up as multi-sided geometric shapes of mathematically precise dimensions. Now, as a rule, a Holocron would fit in the hand of the average-sized humanoid. Now, the metal and organic crystal casing held the workings of the Holocron, which was the circuitry of the holographic technology. This was able to scan and capture the essence of the individual using the hologram, at its most complex, allowing the user to become the gatekeeper of the knowledge held within the device. Accessing the information became a matter of conversing with the gatekeeper, which in many cases is a Jedi or Sith long dead. Now in the center of each Holocron was one or more organic memory crystals. Sometimes these crystals were removable, mostly though they were entirely integrated into the device. Removing them would destroy the original Holocron, which was usually the only way that the memory crystals could ever be read. Opening a Holocron to insert or retrieve a memory crystal was no simple business, and only a fully trained Force user could do so. It was not unusual for Holocrons that could be opened to require a particular technique to be mastered by a Jedi, thereby cutting off the advanced knowledge from those not ready for it. One form of the device was the Data Holocron, which was designed to be used by Jedi simply to communicate information. These could be the journals of Jedi Masters holding their meditations on events of Jedi philosophy, or historical records of the Temple. Such devices were simple enough for even a Padawan to access. The more secure Holocrons, however, required the device to know the recipient before they would open, or required mastery of particular meditations. Now, the most advanced Jedi and Sith Holocrons were those that trained users in one or more techniques or Force abilities. Now, these Holocrons, invaluable devices treated with the same reverence as the masters who created them, were works of art. A pupil seeking to access one of these Holocrons would need to meditate on the Holocron itself to discover how to access it. And if they were not ready, it would not react. Once they were focused, the gatekeeper would appear, and from this point the lesson would proceed much as it might have done if the original master were there in person. The pupil would ask questions, the master would reply, challenges would be set, exercises taught, and when the Holocron interface decided it was time, the gatekeeper would depart and the Holocron would become inert until it deemed the pupil was ready for the next lesson. Now within the Jedi Temple was the Tower of the First Knowledge, which is where Jedi and Padawans, who had permission from the caretaker of the First Knowledge, would go to study Holocrons drawn from the Order's Holocron Vaults. It was a general rule that, except under very precise circumstances, a Holocron could not be removed from the chamber. The vaults themselves were archives deep within the temple, guarded by heavy doors and numerous security devices. For example, many of the locks could only be opened by a Force user. The vault beneath the Tower of First Knowledge contained the most valuable Holocrons and was the personal preserve of the Chief Librarian. One of the devices most often accessed by the Jedi Order, before Darth Sidious's rise to power as Emperor Palpatine, was the one called the Kyber Memory Crystal. Able to be read only by a unique Jedi Data Holocron, the precious crystal contained the list of all the known Force-sensitive children in the galaxy. The Kyber Crystal was updated every time a Jedi detected a new potential youngling, and it was also open to remove from the list those children who came to the temple or otherwise began training under a Jedi Master. A small blue six-pointed glowing diamond-like object, the Kyber Crystal was kept apart from its Holocron in the care of a specially selected Jedi Master. If there was a backup of this information, it was a very, very well kept secret. Now, during the Clone Wars, Darth Sidious equipped the bounty hunter Cad Bane with plans to the vault containing the Holocron, and on the location of the Guardian of the Crystal. Bane managed to obtain both, which was a testament to his skill and, arguably, the complacency of the Jedi. Both the Kyber memory crystal and its holocron were later recovered and returned to the temple. Now, it is also worth noting that if a Jedi holocron and Sith holocron were ever opened together by a light side and dark sider, they would fuse and be able to answer any question the users desired. Holocron fusions were incredibly uncommon due to the rarity of having a light sider and dark sider work together, and by the Galactic Civil War, knowledge of the practice was mostly lost. And that is basically the holocrons used by both the Jedi and the Sith in a nutshell. So, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you all in the next one, and until then, may the Force be with you.